Have you ever had one single moment, one kiss, that turned your entire world upside down? My name is Mia. I thought love only brought pain until a stranger walked into my bookstore on a rainy afternoon. He smiled. We talked. And one evening, on a quiet beach at sunset, he kissed me. That one kiss didn't just touch my lips, it woke up my heart. It changed my life forever. But what happened next broke it into 1,000 pieces. And then, years later, something impossible happened. Stay with me until the end of this story, because this is about love, loss, and the most beautiful second chance you'll ever hear. Listen now and feel every heartbeat. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another story to help you practice your English listening and speaking. Today's story is called His Kiss Changed My Life Forever. It's a romantic and emotional story about love, loss, and second chances. Listen carefully and try to repeat some sentences after me if you can. Let's begin. My name is Mia. I was 25 years old when this story started. I lived in a small coastal town called Sea Bridge. It was a quiet place, with beautiful beaches, old houses, and not many young people. Most of my friends had moved to the big city for better jobs. I stayed because I loved the sea. Every morning I walked along the beach, watching the waves and thinking about my life. I worked in a little bookstore near the harbor. It was my dream job. I loved books, romantic novels, adventure stories, everything. But my own life felt empty. I had a boyfriend once, in college. His name was Tom. We were together for 2 years, but he left me for someone else. After that, I closed my heart. I told myself, no more love. It only brings pain. One rainy autumn afternoon, everything changed. The bookstore was quiet. Rain was pouring outside, hitting the windows like soft drums. I was arranging some new books when the door opened. A man walked in, shaking water from his coat. He was tall, with dark hair and kind green eyes. He looked tired, like he had been traveling for a long time. "Hello," he said with a warm smile. "Do you have any books about sailing?" His voice was deep and gentle. I felt something strange in my chest, like a little butterfly waking up. "Yes, of course," I replied. "They're over here." I showed him the section. His name was Alex. He told me he had just arrived in town. He was a photographer, traveling around the world to take pictures of beautiful places. But he was tired of moving all the time. He wanted to stay in one place for a while. We talked for hours that day. The rain didn't stop, so he stayed in the store. He told me about his adventures, climbing mountains in Nepal, sailing in Greece, watching sunsets in Africa. His eyes lit up when he spoke. I couldn't stop listening. For the first time in years, I felt alive. After that day, Alex came to the bookstore almost every afternoon. We talked about everything: books, dreams, life. He made me laugh. He listened to my stories, even the sad ones. Slowly, I opened my heart again. I started to fall in love with him. One evening, he invited me for a walk on the beach. The sun was setting, painting the sky orange and pink. The waves were calm, whispering softly. "Mia," he said, stopping and looking at me, "these past weeks with you, they've been the best in my life. You make me feel like I finally found home." My heart was beating so fast. "Alex, I feel the same," I whispered. He took my hand. We stood there, watching the sun disappear into the sea. Then, slowly, he leaned closer. His face was so near. I could feel his warm breath. And then he kissed me. It was soft at first, like a gentle wave touching the shore, then deeper, full of emotion. Time stopped. The world around us disappeared. The sea, the sky, everything. There was only him and me. His kiss was warm, passionate, full of promise. It felt like electricity running through my body. In that moment, I knew. This kiss changed everything. It changed my life forever. I had never felt anything like it before. It wasn't just a kiss. It was love. Real, deep love. After that evening, our life together began. Alex rented a small house near the beach. We spent every day together. We walked hand in hand, cooked dinner, read books by the fire. He took photos of me laughing, sleeping, reading. He said I was his favorite subject. He told me his secrets. He had a difficult childhood. His parents divorced when he was young, and he never felt like he belonged anywhere. That's why he traveled so much. But with me, he said, he finally felt safe. I shared my fears too. I told him about Tom, how he broke my heart. Alex held me and said, "I will never hurt you, Mia. I promise." Months passed like a beautiful dream. Winter came, then spring. Flowers bloomed and our love grew stronger. Alex started talking about the future. "One day," he said, "we'll buy a house here. We'll have a family. You'll run your own bookstore, and I'll take photos of our children playing on the beach." I believed him. I believed in us. But life is not always kind. One summer morning, Alex woke up with a bad headache. He said it was nothing, just stress, but the headaches continued. He went to the doctor, they did tests. Then came the terrible news. Alex had a rare illness, a tumor in his brain. The doctor said it was serious. They could operate, but there were risks. I cried for days. "Why us?" I asked. "We just found each other." Alex was strong. He held me and said, "Mia, whatever happens, remember our kiss on the beach. Remember how much I love you." The operation happened in the city hospital. I waited for hours, praying. When the doctor came out, his face was sad. "I'm sorry," he said. "We did everything we could, but Alex didn't make it." The world fell apart. I couldn't breathe. My Alex, my love, was gone. The funeral was on a rainy day, just like the day we met. I stood by his grave, holding the photo he loved most, the one of me on the beach at sunset. Life after that was dark. I stopped going to the bookstore. I walked the beach alone, remembering our kiss. It felt like a lifetime ago. Years passed. 5 years. I was 30 now. I still lived in Seabridge. I opened my own small bookstore, just like we dreamed. But my heart was still broken. One autumn afternoon, it was raining again, the door opened. A young man walked in. He looked familiar. Tall, dark hair. But no, it couldn't be. He smiled. "Hello, do you have books about sailing?" My heart stopped. His voice, it was different, but something. He introduced himself. His name was Ethan. He was a writer, new in town. We started talking. He loved books, the sea, everything. Days turned into weeks. Ethan came often. He made me laugh again. He listened to my stories. One evening, he invited me for a walk on the beach. The sun was setting, just like that day with Alex. "Ethan," I said, "there's something I need to tell you." I told him about Alex, about our love, about the kiss that changed my life. Ethan listened quietly. Then he took my hand. "Mia," he said, "I know about Alex. He was my cousin. Before he died, he wrote me a letter. He told me about you. He said, if anything happens to me, go to Seabridge. Find Mia. She deserves to be happy. She deserves love." Tears filled my eyes. "Ethan, Alex sent you?" He nodded. "He wanted you to live again, to love again." We stood there, watching the sunset. Ethan leaned closer. Slowly, gently, he kissed me. It was different from Alex's kiss, softer, newer, but it was full of hope. In that moment, I understood. Life gives second chances. Love doesn't end, it changes, it grows. His kiss, Ethan's kiss, healed my heart. It reminded me that love can come again. And Alex, I know he's watching, smiling. That first kiss with Alex changed my life forever. It opened my heart to love. And now, this new kiss, it gave me a new beginning. Thank you for listening to this story. What do you think? Have you ever had a moment that changed your life forever? Think about it. Repeat some sentences to practice your speaking. Key vocabulary from the story: coastal, harbor, passionate, tumor, funeral, cousin, healed. Listen again if you want. Practice the emotions: happy, sad, hopeful. See you in the next story. Goodbye.